Thank you for joining me on Tibalt's Apprentice Luck of the Draw. Yeah, it looks like we're doing another Cruel Realities episode. Why so soon after not having ones for so long? Well, that was pretty dissatisfying, that last one. $37.50 out of a box of Theros Beyond Death. Just didn't seem worth it. It certainly wasn't. For those cards, I obviously kept the 4 or 5 cards that were worth anything that went into my folder. We'll see how it goes from here on out, but I thought I'd well, back to the beginning here and open a box of Ravnica Allegiance. I say back to the beginning because when I first started this channel, it was the gift that I would give those who were joining me for the show. I'd come in, have a guest, sit down, talk about their deck, what have you, and then we'd crack open a pack and see what they got out of it. Speaking of guests, I seem to be joined by one right now. Enrique, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
So I was just explaining to folks that I was about to crack this box of Ravnica Allegiance and see if we got any value out of it. Would you like to join me?
Sure, I'll hop right in.
All right then. We're going to make a couple of adjustments here and we'll see you on the other side. It's been far too long, my friend.
No kidding.
Indeed. Welcome back. So we're back to continue with our Cruel Realities episode, but as always, I am better when I have a guest with me, and luckily, I have Enrique joining me again, so welcome back.
My pleasure, good sir.
So as I mentioned earlier, maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't, we are cracking a box of Ravnica Allegiance. Nice. So we're going to crack this for value. Okay. I am, if you've ever watched Alpha Investments,
yes.
You're okay. So I'm trying to move up from a level 3 Timmy, where I think that my entire collection is worth $1 million because I have over 1 million cards. Trying to move up to the next level here. So I'm actually trying to get some cards that are of value and putting them aside.
All right.
So I was saying we're going back to the beginning. If you remember that when I started this, this was the new set that was out. So I was giving folks this as a thank you for those that showed up.
Oh, that's right.
You're old hat now, so you get nothing. But no, just kidding. You get to help me crack these packs. Now, sure. I don't know if we're going to do all this on camera, or maybe we'll have some other topics to talk about as we do this. But
yes,
good stuff.
Plastic smell.
So we're looking for value. But what we're going to do is just go ahead, grab one, and just start cracking it open. What I did last time was peel off the last. What is the last 5 cards? And just set those to the side, and afterwards we'll look and see what we got if we pulled any value out of this.
All right, so basically uncommons on. Uncommons
on and stuff. I really don't think there's any uncommons that are really worth anything, are there?
Not from my memory.
Yeah, I don't think so. But it's rares and mythics that are the key. But this is always an exercise in why you don't buy packs. In reference to the last video that I just did, $37.50 wasn't a lot of value to pull out of a box of Theros Beyond Death. But why do you buy boxes? Do you buy boxes, or do you only get singles?
Okay, so I used to buy boxes.
You used to buy boxes.
Pretty much for the same reasons.
For the same reason.
Okay. I stopped for the same reasons because I wasn't getting much value. The cool thing about buying boxes, though, you can't replace the feeling of cracking packs. Like sure, exactly.
No, you can't.
Smell, the text, the textile,
the texture of the whole thing. Yes, absolutely.
The tactile, I mean.
Yes.
Feeling of just cracking packs open, and that sound of. Well,
I was going to say these are closer to the mic than we are, so they're probably getting a really. a very effective or annoying sound there, but fair enough. Nothing to look at those yet. I'm just supposed to be cracking them. It's hard not to peek, though, right?
I know. I'm trying hard not to peek.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, no.
I mean, at this point, what are we looking for here? We're looking for not fetch lands. We're looking for
shock lands.
Shock lands. We're looking for shock lands here.
Yeah, out of the Ravnica Allegiance and Return to Ravnica. I mean, shock lands are always going to be.
They're always going to be the best for sure.
Especially with Pioneer boiling up the way it is.
Pioneer. So we'll talk more about this soon. So you asked me if I had built a Pioneer deck. I have not built a Pioneer deck, but I have a Pioneer deck.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna, I'm gonna claim my second Sun deck as a Pioneer deck.
There you go.
So you were telling me. So how many are in the meta right now, or how many?
Well, okay. So looking at another website, they listed 12 decks.
Okay.
That are currently, have a decent percentage in the meta. There's 2 decks in particular that they compose about 15% of the meta each.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird. They're exactly the same.
Yeah.
One being mono black and the other one being Dimir.
Okay.
And so I thought that was interesting. There's an Izzet deck that's kind of popular too, that uses Ensoul Artifact.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I remember when that was in Standard, and that was kind of a flash in the pan deck, but I thought it was really kind of cool.
Okay.
Kind of glass cannony, but
I'm all about the glass cannon.
yeah. And then I mean, there's so much to draw from in Pioneer. Maybe not so much compared to modern or older formats.
Right.
But I think the way they're handling Pioneer, Wizards of the Coast, that is. I think the way they're handling Pioneer, it's going to be well balanced. They're updating the ban list pretty frequently. Oko's not in the format anymore. And yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job as far as just managing the format.
Okay. So another format that I don't want to say interested in, but I intend this month to draft more.
Okay.
That by far, I think, is my weakest skill. I've got a lot of weak skills. I'm not sure I have a strong one, but that in Arena has definitely been my weakest. And so, sitting down to play paper, I've managed to at least get into the top 16.
Okay.
In a draft, but that's maybe been a while ago. But the fact is, when I play online, I avoid. So here's what happened to me. I got a chance to play Theros Beyond Death because Wizards let me play early, gave me access.
Awesome.
As you may or may not know, I don't look at the sets ahead of time. I seldom actually take the time to look at the sets because in my mind, everything else is wishful thinking. Like, why am I going to build decks with cards I don't have? Okay. If I was a better builder, maybe a better brewer, I would be looking for strategies and trying to build that way. But for me, I have to have the cards in my hand to actually see, feel what they do, look at them, study them, and then build a deck.
Oh, I see.
So draft is unnatural for me.
I see.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's so anyhow. My point. That's my point. Is this month, this week, this year, whatever. I'm gonna go forward to trying to draft better, more. Actually, see if I can do that.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my goal
draft is cool. I mean, drafting is an interesting format. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a completely different animal from constructed formats, and even sealed formats. Like when you have your own set of boosters that you don't like split with anybody. Sealed is a much different beast from draft as well. So, no, I think it's I think drafting is definitely a skill that you develop, and you know, having some knowledge beforehand goes a long way.
Well, that's another reason why I kind of bring this up too, is because we'll see what happens and stuff. But I've reached out to some other people, and I've made the effort earlier here in the month to actually follow up on other people to draft, so I don't get caught with that again. I guess I'm hoping that at some point Wizards will say, "Hey, you did such a good job drafting last time. Come on down and play again." We'll see if that happens again. But for me, on a side personal separate, I didn't get a chance to do as much as I wanted. Some family issues or whatever, just things that I had to help out with. And so even though I took the day off from work, I wound up spending it playing about half the games that I wanted to. I mean, my idea was I was going to clock in at the computer and just play and draft the entire day. But anyhow, are you finding any things? I'm finding a mythic or two, but...
well, here's a Shockland.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we'll run through these, separate them, and we'll get back to you with what we find in here.
So far, yeah. Oh, there you go. Your favorite.
Awesome. Oh, gosh, I love that. I love that card.
Yeah, I mean, do any of the uncommons have value?
I don't think so. When I looked, the best thing I think in the set was the Shockland, and it was like another $12.
It's a good shock, actually. Oh, and there you go, Rakdos himself.
I actually had a friend that I've talked about, Heximal, that I've talked about here before, play me today and use Tibalt against me.
Oh.
The nerve of that guy using Tibalt against me. Anyhow.
That's...
And
it's like a betrayal of some sort.
Your favorite here, High Alert.
Ooh, nice. There you go.
Ah, there we go. Foil one, sweet. Oh, and hey, here's another Stomping Ground. Okay.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, none of these uncommons are capturing my eye.
Yeah. Okay, so we've separated out our rares, and what I'll probably do at this point is I will go through these and flash them up at home, but the beauty of post-production. But in the meantime, what did you see? You saw a Godless Shrine?
Yeah, foil Godless Shrine. That's
Foil Godless Shrine.
very eye-catching.
Stomping Ground, that's always good. A lot of people getting a Mirror March, March of the Multitudes. I said that earlier. It's Mirror March. That's the card that's doing work for me. That, along with, as you pointed out, there was a Biogenic Ooze is good. There's Godless Shrine, but no, you came across an Emergency Powers for me. I'll be putting that to good use.
Let's see. Where'd it go?
There it is.
There it is, right there.
Nice. All right.
I like this one. Deputy of Detention.
I don't. He's awful.
Oh.
No, I mean, he's a great card, but I hate frickin' seeing him.
This guy's sweet.
He is awful. Ravager Worm. All right. Kaya's Wrath. Interesting. All right. Well, some good cards.
Some Judith decks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judith decks. I mean, they work. Rhythm of the Wild. I think that's a good uncommon.
I think so too. I think it's overlooked at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, just given your dude's haste and your creature spells, you know, just blocking counters, that goes a long way.
Definitely. Well, thanks for joining us for
Spawn Mayhem? Is that good?
That is good, but not as effective now. I'm seeing him in a few decks, but yeah. I'll have to do some building with this, I think.
Yeah.
At any rate, thank you for joining us. Enrique promises me he'll be back here to join me again for another episode that's a little bit more structured and on topic.
Yes.
But in the meantime, let's add up our totals and see what I've got here. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.
All right.